Quite simply, I want to change the world. I should be done by 2020. Why change? I started with how change doesn't happen. Why do we put up with bad governments, oppressive systems? Think about racism, sexism, inadequate responses to climate change. We know we should be doing better, but we seem resigned to injustice and inaction. I looked at ideas on change. I read Alinsky, the American father of community organizing. He wants radicals. I read Freire, who links education to social and political systems. He wants oppressed people to create their own change. I looked at social movements like 350.org. They want institutions like universities to divest from fossil fuels. Take note, Deakin. I decided to focus my research on places where change would be difficult, where things would be hard, where despair would be easy. I chose to research with people living in slums in southern Africa, places on the periphery, places that don't seem to matter. But if things are so difficult there, surely there's nothing to learn about change. This is where it got interesting. I had to change my research approach in order to see reality and to learn about change. Which brings us to the slide. The top quote is the basis of Western research and logic, but it's only one view. The bottom one is about identity, connection. We may find it confusing, but it makes sense to millions of people. And it has equal heritage and validity as Descartes. I realized if I was to research with slum dwellers in Africa, I would need an Ubuntu approach rather than a Cartesian one. And then I was able to learn heaps. 3 things. Firstly, there is an energy and inertia that keeps unjust systems in place. To change those systems, we need to push and push again. And academic research needs to be pushing too. Secondly, change happens when people connect, when local links to global. And if poor people are at the forefront of that, even slum dwellers, amazing things happen. And I got to see that. Thirdly, I wanted a formula, a theory of change, a Cartesian logic. Instead, I got stories, narratives of change. But I saw how stories from one place could create change in another place. Because stories inspire, build confidence, help people create their own change. Truth is, I'm not going to change the world, but together we can. Are you ready to join me?